Hello, hello, my lovely and wonderful punks. How are you? I hope you're having a great day so far. I've actually been awake for an hour. Can you imagine? Can you imagine me awake that long before stream started? It's crazy. Let me go ahead and pop over here. Hello, Hangry, you were first. Hello, Quicks, you wish you were first. Hello, Drag, you were, technically first. Hello. Hello, Yarny, welcome in. Hi, how are you, Yarny? Everyone make sure you check out, Quicks. He is an extremely talented French artist. He draws lots of bananas. And check out Yarny, little arson kitty cat that does the challenge runs for the Onion Ring. And other Souls games. Miv awake? Not the real Miv. You're right. I'm asleep even right now. All of the world exists because my dream continues. Alt Hawk's here too. Hey Alt, how are you? How have you been? Hope you've been doing well. It's always good to see you. Sleepy life. I live that sleepy life. Hashtag sleepy. Hashtags. Tag hash. We're playing more Thaumaturge today. I'm about to finish off one of the collectibles that I was worried that I'd missed one, but I should be able to get all of them. And then we're mostly going to be doing plot relevant stuff today, so that's good. Doing all right? I'm doing great, or doing pretty decent, anyways. Got some Phoenix Wright planned for tonight. Maybe running out to the card shop to pick up some Innistrad Remastered. Yeah, doing pretty decent. Move out here to collect all the demons in her blood. I'm so close. I just need a golem. The thing you saw behind me there was the Krampus. You're in my blood. Cool. I need to get Rasputin to hypnotize me into making it so I can control the Yarny in my blood. And then I can set people on fire. And then the demons will unionize? Fair. Let's all live in Miv's blood. As long as you're fine with getting hypnotized by Rasputin, it's a deal. Hell yeah, Rasputin. Ah, yes. The magical wizard of gravy fries. Osmosis Jones style. Who else here watched the Osmosis Jones children's cartoon? It was kind of weird because they made the Osmosis Jones movie first, and like it's live action with cartoon bits, and it's got some like it's cartoony, but it's mostly like teenage to young adult gross out humor and some fairly adult references, and then they made a kids show that was like educational about what happens when you go through puberty. That's how you write it in French? That's great. I'm glad that it conveniently looks like Rasputin. Alright. So this was the only one I was missing besides the one I have a quest for. It's nice to move pawns around the board at your whim. I don't know the reason for the concern on Mr. Vlodik's face as he was watching me closely throughout the game. Chess. Still distinctly remember the pimple episode vividly? Yeah. For me, it was the episode where Ozzy gets pregnant because white blood cells split, and then the Mpreg ended in him giving birth to his own evil clone. Okay, journal. Discussion about art in the afternoon, and then we've got these two viewpoints to go look at. Alright. Oh. You're gonna have me sit down first, video game? That's fine. At this point, I just want to complete the collection, so I'm going to go ahead and sit down and let afternoon come.
So...
Good old Mitosis Jones. My toes, sis. I also get the theme song stuck in my head. Specifically the like, bad to the bone, even badder in the bladder, make a scene in the spleen with the hustle and the muscle, put the hip on the hips, word on the lips, ideas in the brain, keeping him sane, keeping him sane. I do not remember anything else other than them going Ozzy and Drix over and over again. Alright, here we go. Yes, 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 yes. Sketch artist. Sketch all the local landmarks unlocked. What is art? The master of souls, liberating them from shackles of flesh. A portal between a person and the absolute. Hi, Thomas. Welcome in. My toes, sis. You gonna suck 'em or what? I mean, disregard that last sentence. Hey, another level up too. Nice. Maybe we just got here. Ow, don't bonk me. Hi, Glorious. Welcome in. Yo, Thomas, you been playing Stardew? How's Stardew going? Mitosis is the powerhouse of the cell. No. Oh, excuse me. You also remember... Whoops. You also remember that one episode where the person they were in was getting into a fight, so Ozzy went to the brain and just, like, took control of the motor functions to the kid, and so he could do martial arts. Yeah, I wish my my white blood cells would invade my brain and give me superpowers. Stardew's doing well. The skunk rung twice. Is that how we tell the time? By how many times I get Taco Bell donked on the head? Alright, journal. Synagogues in Morov and the bazaars in Bazaar. So, we'll do this one first. Whoops. I hit the wrong button. Because the main quest is in Morov. And I am probably pronouncing most of the words wrong. For those of you who haven't been around for a lot of this, we are in 1905 Poland. I don't speak Polish, as it happens, so I am trying my best to pronounce the proper nouns in this game. Oh, is it also in there? Oh, yeah, it's the other bazaar. Okay, so it's both in Morov. That's the mitochondria. The mitosis is a race of fungus creatures from D&D. There we go. Wow. It's a synagogue. We did it. I can technically go in there. I don't think I've been in here before. It's a place to wait. Hello, everyone. Are you hiding any secrets? Thank you for the care package, Mischief. Also, welcome in.
You said a month, 2 at most. I believed you. Then came the very first rain, and it was pouring in again. You fixed it, then the next rain. Soaked. I can't sleep because I have to keep emptying buckets. It's leaking just as badly as it was before. But the eyes of God are in every place, and they're watching.
Rabbi, when I said 2 months, you said there was one hole in the ceiling, but the whole building is in shambles here.
I can do it.
Quiet. You can seal up your daddy's barn with straw. The roof is gonna get holes because the foundations are crumbling.
So, let's go down to the basement.
Oh no, definitely not there.
Politely interrupt, demand a conversation with Rabbi Sulfur. Wait for them to finish. What's wrong with the basement?
What's in the basement that's so frightening?
Demons.
Hashem, something down there reeks so awful.
Come now, don't be silly.
Excuse me. I'll wait for them to finish.
Why do you afflict me so? I know why, because you know I shall bear it. Well, sir, are you just here to listen, or have you got something to say?
Am I speaking to Rabbi Sofer?
You see, all I gotta do is mention these cellars and his name comes up.
Would Hashem let a synagogue be haunted?
Hey now, quiet.
You're too late, I'm afraid. My name is Feldman. Rabbi Sofer departed this world almost a year ago. Forgive me, I have worldly matters to attend to.
Suddenly offer your help or firmly insist. Oh, we'll firmly insist.
I can't leave without an answer.
The way of a fool is right in his own eyes.
Rude. Young rabbi, renovations to the synagogue, unruly workers. No wonder the rabbis don't have time to talk to me. He's got a lot on his mind. Aha! Sparkles. Give me that good shit. Bucket of rainwater. The roof must be leaking in more than one place. The mirror on the the mirror of the water reflects a thought, pure and strong like a hailstone. The house of God cannot resemble a ruin. It's not right. Something must be done about it while there's still time. There's still time. Old ladder. It's worn out. Must have seen many renovations. The ladder was placed with vigor and the deep conviction that working on restoring the house of God is an honor and a good deed that will surely be noticed by the Almighty and heavenly hosts. Such work is a treasure. Cracked wall. The cracks run from the ground all the way to the roof of the synagogue, from which water steadily drips. The crack in the wall hides the fear of righteous divine punishment exacted upon those who truly deserve it. After all, things would be different if such was God's will. Someone had to have committed many sins to cause the synagogue to be in the current state. Or you built it on a swamp. You built it near a river, and so the ground isn't very steady. Last rabbi is dead. Now the basement haunted. Are you the only one connecting the dots? The renovation of the synagogue. The workers are pious, but their faith has led them to different conclusions. The younger one wants to renovate the temple for God's glory as fast as possible. The older one fears that restoring that which God's will has destroyed is a sin. I should make sure that the prevailing interpretation is the one that aligns with my goals. Guy in the game died too. Ah, I can manipulate the younger one with Ooper. Not even giving me an option to manipulate the other one, but that's fine. Come now, Ooper. Strengthen the younger one's resistance so he puts his foot down. Heart 2.
Back up. God helps those who help themselves.
But maybe you're right, Rabbi. Maybe Hashem is afflicting us, setting a test for us.
You heard the guy talking about Sofer. The old man cursed this place, especially these cellars.
Hi, Burango. Welcome
So
in.
I'll go on my own and show that Hashem protects me against curses in Hashem's domain.
On your own. You can seal up your daddy's barn, right? Fine, let's go.
You've gotten the better of me again, Hashem. Your tests still surprise me. But if this is your will,
I'll explain when they're done
Hashem
talking.
sent you to me. Who are you?
Okay, so we are currently in a synagogue that is heavily damaged, and we just used our demon powers to manipulate a young man into believing that it's God's will that he repair the synagogue. Say that I'm the son of Stanislav Szulski, or say that I'm a thaumaturge. I don't care for my father. I'm a thaumaturge.
I'm a thaumaturge, Rabbi. And I really need help.
Let's go into my office. Let's show Hashem we accept the challenge.
Okie dokie. Do you have any secrets? Oh. Interesting. Am I progressing a quest? Hold on. Journal. Discover the source of the golem's curse. Talk to the rabbi. Talk to Mordecai Hayat. Or Hayat. I think that's how it is. He should do the repairs with or without manipulation. Well, yeah. He wanted to... So, the younger guy wanted to repair the synagogue because he thought that it was a good thing to do to prove that it is God's will. The older guy thought that we shouldn't repair the synagogue because the synagogue being damaged was God's will. We used our powers to make the younger guy more fervent so that he would put his foot down and insist. Why is there a pissed off golem? Somebody invoked the curse of the golem to kill our father. And apparently the curse of the golem is blood transferable. So now that our dad is dead, he's after me and my sister. Why is it a curse? Because the golem's coming to smash our heads in. Oops, there we go. Fingers got slid off the WASD. Homilies about Sisimon the Mage. Homilies about Sisimon the Mage, chapter 25. When Sisimon's apprentices created a golem without supervision, it refused to obey them, going about and doing as it pleased. When they wanted to destroy it by means known to them, it did not react and continued to cause them trouble. Finally, they turned to their master in shame, and he said unto them, that which was created only at its birthplace can be destroyed. And so the apprentices lured the golem to where it had been created, and it crumbled into dust. Also, I should probably equip this quest. And equip the talk to the rabbi. There we go. Alright, nothing else going on. Why did someone add more magic to send it after you? Made it with the wrong instruction. We don't know. We're at the start of the quest. So basically, at the end of Act 1, we were doing something completely unrelated, and the golem appeared and attacked us. So now we're in Act 2, and we're like, all right, why is the golem attacking us? We did find out by investigating some of our things that it attacked our father. So it was trying to kill our dad. And we did find out that the curse is blood transferable. So once our dad died, the golem turned its attention to me and my sister. And so it's just trying to kill us next. So we need to find whoever sent the golem out to kill us to get him to stop. Or we need to talk to this rabbi to see if he has additional knowledge about how golems work, to see if there's anything we can do. That is what is going on at the moment.
Please, tell me what problem brought you here.
Tell him about Sofer's curse. Tell him about the golem. The Prague one was basically just given the word truth, if you remember correctly. Yeah. This game takes place in an altered timeline where thaumaturges are a thing, and they manipulate demons to manipulate emotions and such, and read emotional residue and such. In this world, golems are still based in Jewish folklore and beliefs, and they may have even been created by Jewish faith. We don't really know how salutors come into existence. But the golem is a salutor in this world. So it is like a rocky being that protects Jewish people and can be controlled by, you know, that sort of thing. But also, it is a demon that I can put in my blood.
Maybe, Rabbi, you could tell me something about golems.
Thaumaturge, golems belong to Kabbalah, and you're forbidden from knowing anything about them. It's a trap for a soul. There are tales of golems being summoned for revenge, or in good faith, for protection. But they all end rather badly.
Rabbi Sofer put a curse on my father. Unfortunately, it started affecting his children as well.
A curse is a serious accusation, you know. I find it hard to believe Sofer would do such a thing. Do you think this has something to do with the golem?
I don't know. Did the old rabbi perhaps leave some things here? May I take a look at them?
Yes, here you are. All his books are here. I don't think I threw anything out. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Something eludes you. Keep searching. Ask about Isaac Sofer.
Rabbi, could you tell me something about Sofer?
He was fair, but also difficult and very principled, like this city. Riots, provocations, pogroms, overpopulation. But if he's the one who inflicted the curse, he must have been a powerful thaumaturge and Kabbalist.
Sure. Who can summon a golem?
Who can summon a golem?
Normally, it's determined by need. The Kabbalist rabbi summons the golem himself, but other Jewish people can also entreat him to do so. In legends,
okay.
the
See you,
golem is
Burango.
a
Take
terrible
care.
punishment and a tool for meting out divine justice. But I think it's an offense against Hashem, and revenge is no justice.
How can I stop a golem?
To summon it to life, you write the 3 Hebrew letters spelling emes, truth, on the clay that formed it. In an attempt to stop the monster, the heroes of these legends would erase the first letter from its clay body. That leaves mes, which means death. But I don't know how much truth is in that.
Rabbi, could you help me understand something about Kabbalah?
No, and I'll say no more on the subject. I fear for your soul.
I'm afraid that I won't find anything more here. Thank you, Rabbi.
All right. Sparkles, sparkles, sparkles. What do we got? Prescription. A prescription for heart-strengthening liqueur. The doctor's handwriting is hardly neat, but it radiates profound care for his companion. Letters stretch out with tenderness, wanting to ease the suffering of a friend, a special person with whom one shares the same ideals and the same mission, one meant to change the face of the world. Bitten fountain pen. An expensive fountain pen with a bitten tip. Someone here doesn't concern themselves much with worldly possessions. The words left his throat, but stopped at the bitten end of the pen and refused to march further. The rabbi wanted to confess everything, to talk about the motives that guided Stanislav's actions. He didn't, though, in the name of the greater good.
Mordechai Hayat. What do you know?
Porcelain cup. The dregs at the bottom are covered in mold. The cup has been here for a long time. Ew, gross. Takeshi! Hi, Takeshi. Thank you for the care package. How have you been, man? Getting any relief? Ah, the message went away. Pointed me towards Mordecai Hyatt. Oh, this is just the conclusions. Hold on. What if I collapse everything? Collapse, collapse, collapse. Collapse. All Our Curses. Is that the name of the one I'm on? All Our Curses. Okay, here we go. All Our Curses. Porcelain cup. The words of a plea made over the cup of tea cower near the mold. A plea to cast the golem's curse. Justice for the sins committed against Mordecai and his community. Shulsky should experience the wrath of the sons of Abraham. He must suffer just punishment. Mordecai Hyatt. You are death? Oh dear. Pet, pet, pet. I hope you get arrested soon.
Rabbi?
I'm listening.
Question him about Mordecai Hyatt.
Mordechai Hayat. Do you know that name, Rabbi?
He owns one of the laundries here in Miruf, but I admit he doesn't really come to see me.
Performance
Maybe there are
review
other things
anxiety
I can
plus
do
taking
more.
on some more work. Oh boy. How's stream going? How's the game? Stream's going great. Game's going great. I really like this game. This is the Thaumaturge. It's about being in 1905 Poland, and we are a Thaumaturge in a slightly altered version of history. Thaumaturges being people who can see demons that manipulate emotions, and we can also see emotional residue left on items. So it's a little bit of a detective-y game in that we can like use the emotional residue on items to learn things about what's going on, and we can absorb these demons and use them to manipulate people's emotions to get what we want. Why Poland? This story, well, first, the game was developed in Poland by Polish people, so it's their history. But also, this story is, besides our main character, it is concerned with Rasputin's coming to power. We are friends with Rasputin. Rasputin hypnotizes us in order to help us control the demons in our blood. It's talking about, this is the conditions, this is the way Poland was during Tsar Nikolai II's rule as Rasputin came to power.
I found a prescription belonging to the old rabbi. Was something troubling him?
He had heart problems. The local
Having demons in your
pharmacist
blood
wanted to
means
bring
you have
in some
superpowers, but
kind
only
of
if Rasputin
special
hypnotizes
medicine.
you. Exactly.
What was that pharmacist called?
Abraham Horowitz. But now his pharmacy is sitting empty.
Let me guess. He's dead?
Unfortunately. Some say that the socialists were involved. Others claim it was the Ochrana's doing. Let's keep talking, if you need to.
The rabbi's opinion of the pharmacist. The rabbi says that Abraham Horowitz left behind an abandoned pharmacy on the edge of Mirov. I've been there. As well as sadness in the hearts of the members of the community. Nevertheless, his disappearance was accompanied by strange rumors mentioning the Ochrana and the socialists. A potentially dangerous mix.
I'll be off now.
I'll pray for you.
And yes, most of our abilities are Depression Beam. We, nope. Here. Thaumaturgy, demons. So we have demons related to the heart, which makes people more emotional, to the word, which makes people want to be more manipulative, to the mind, which makes people more impulsive, and to the deed, which makes people more violent. And they're all based on various Polish folklore. So we've got Uper, Bukovac, Lelek, Velis, Jin, Morana, and Krampus. And then the last one here is the Golem. Lelek's the best demon. I just love how Lelek looks. Look at this angry chicken. Although I do like their interpretation of Krampus. Most depictions you see nowadays give Krampus this, like, angry, fanged face. I like the more subtle wooden mask. Last one's the current Golem. I also like this interpretation of Jin with the brazier on the back. Very cool. Alright. So before we go and talk to Mordecai Hyatt, You thought the Krampus was more from the Alps. The game did specify that it was from the Alps, but it's things you would be aware of growing up in Poland. Jin and Krampus are a little far removed, but close enough that they would be things you would hear about growing up in Poland. I don't know about Uper, Bukovac, Lelik, and Vels. Never heard of them prior to this. So, alright, here's our other quest to admire a view. Very nice. Alright, we are on to only main quests now. Alright. Yeah, it's this way. Alright, now there's sparkles here. Let's go. Sparkles, sparkles. There we go. Alright. Windowsill. It has rings from glasses and cups on it. Someone wasn't using a coaster. The destroyed wood of the windowsill is filled with fear of revenge from the people he ultimately failed to help. People who will come, not for medicine, but to wring his neck. But this is still better than the fate of the Thaumaturge will inflict on him. Shulsky is the one to be feared. Empty pomade container. I can see the bottom. Gone is the sheen of pomade. The box is densely covered with wood of the matter-of-fact calculation and focus on the goal. Carrying out the command will require the explosion to be spectacular. It must shake the very foundation of the Tsar's empire. And that will require more pomade. Much more. But how can one get it when the Tsar's dogs are tracking one's every move? Okay, so he is associated with the socialists. One of the first things we had happen in this game was we found out that the socialists stole a massive shipment of pomade. And I figured they stole it to make an explosive. So, good to know. Locked pharmacy. The windows are boarded up and the doorstep is covered with a thick layer of dust. The pharmacy was a jewel in the neighborhood's crown until it wasn't. Customers took their business elsewhere, which wouldn't have been such a bad thing if not for the whispers. Whispers of the place having a bad aura, which forever destroyed that which was once good about it. Stanislav's sins. Mordecai blames father for the disappearance of Abraham Horovitz, but he does not know the whole truth. Horovitz was involved in a dangerous game between the socialists and the Okhrana, which sooner or later would have put many people in danger. Stanislav Shulsky got rid of the apothecary in cold blood, but he did it in the name of the greater good. The greater good. Right, give me just a second. I want to check something real quick. Okay, cool. Emmy was checking to see if the card shop has extra boxes of Innistrad Remastered because she wants to stop by and pick up some Innistrad Remastered. And they said yes. They also said you should stop by for pre-release, and we're like, we don't know if we're ready for that yet. Innistrad is very dear to both me and Emmy. It wasn't my first set, but it was halfway my first set, depending on how you interpret things. And it was Emmy's first set, so we both feel a pretty strong connection to it. And it's got cool stuff in it. Alright. I'm going to drop a save here. I'm just going to save over that one. Let's go talk to Mordecai.
You're talking nonsense!
By Abraham's beard, that's the way it was.
Hello, gentlemen.
Hear about Praga. I'm at the harbor getting fish, and half the wharf is in splinters. They said there's even bodies.
More bodies than they usually fish out of the Vistula, practically every day. They were only just writing about Povishle.
But listen to this. They're saying it's some giant did it all.
You sure?
Maybe I can help. Recently, I've taken an interest in one of those.
Leave us alone.
No, not the bodies. Hi, Sammy. How are you?
By mistake.
Mention his bodyguards, say nothing. Interesting. Did I get... Oh, I did get stopped by some bodyguards.
I hope those guys outside are your relatives. Otherwise, you're paying too much for your protection. Are you scared of something?
I'm not easily frightened. I have the time spent working with your father to thank for that. You got some dirty laundry that needs cleaning, Mr. Shulsky.
No, no, I'm not here for that. Allude to the conversation you just interrupted.
I was interested in this giant you mentioned to the fishmonger.
I can't help you. Rabbis are the ones who deal with golems.
Uh-huh.
I didn't say anything about a golem.
I'm afraid I can't help you. And now, if you'd like...
Yeah, I know. Inform him how your father died.
You were curious how my father died. Beneath the ruins of a building in Śródmieście.
That's awful. How did it happen?
I'm glad you're asking. A remarkable death, isn't it?
The mustache makes you uncomfortable.
Yes.
It's quite the choice. Alright, talk about his conflict with Stanislav.
Let's have a word about your conflict with my father.
There was no such thing. I have warm feelings for the store, and his father as well.
Wrong. You're lying to me. Aw, something's eluding me. Why'd you leave?
Why did you quit working for my father?
It was a mutual decision.
I know that you and my father parted ways in bad terms. What happened?
We both had difficult personalities, but I still remember him fondly.
Huh, I'm missing something.
You're not telling me everything.
I don't have to explain myself to you, Mr. Shulsky.
I'm leaving now, but I can tell this won't be the last time we meet.
Farewell.
Huh. Find a way to break Mordecai's silence. I need to sparkle. Lost coin, an old coin with worth 30 kopecks. The coin is soaked through with irritation brought on by a failed attempt at reconciliation. How long can you keep explaining things to someone who refuses to listen? Once you've been found guilty, there's nothing that will change that. No fact or plea. Anger is all that remains. Trace certain Stanislav. Break his knees first, silence should follow. I mean, I could. I beat the shit out of people all the time. Group photograph at the office. Father and Mordecai on the store's opening day. They look happy. The photograph is covered with a thick layer of regret and disappointment. Mordecai really believed in it all. In friendship, in good intentions, and in the fact that Stanislav Shulsky was a good person. Unfortunately, he was wrong. All that was left of the friendship was bitterness. Stanislav and Mordecai. Mordecai Hyatt was father's friend and colleague until Stanislav Shulsky did something that awoke hatred in his friend. Whatever it was, it pushed Mordecai to the edge, and he asked Rabbi Sofer to cast the Golem's curse. Unfortunately, once father died, the curse passed on to me. Thanks, Dad! Alright, let's harass him some more.
Is there something else you need?
Yeah, apparently I needed to look at the fact that you're mad at my dad some more, even though I already knew that.
Let's talk about your relationship with my father. A tense relationship.
Mr. Shulsky, I'll say it one more time. Stanislav and I didn't quarrel.
You're lying. You're an asshole.
Liar. Your anger still lingers around the photograph of my father. You're going to find it hard to hide anything from me.
I'm not in the habit of speaking ill of the dead, Mr. Shulsky. Especially to their family. Old grudges drove us apart. Not all stains are easy to remove. Especially ones on a person's honor.
And might they give you a reason to seek revenge? A motive?
Him and the dad were dating? Oh my
Can't
gosh.
summon golems, if that's what you're getting at.
But you know there is such a possibility.
Is that all? I need to get back to work.
Say you know about Abraham Horowitz. Accuse him of having asked for the golem to be made. Let's do this one first.
I know about the pharmacist.
Beg your pardon?
All this is because Abraham Horowitz, isn't it? He lost his life, and the whole community felt it. Seems like you did most of all. I just don't get why Horowitz was so important to you.
Community. Something you Shulskis don't know a thing about. Here, we take care of everyone equally. No one is more or less important than anyone else. Your father's punishment was fitting for his actions and his background. The wrath of the Jewish people. A death for a death.
Was it worth it? A golem is a blunt instrument that kills and harms everyone in reach.
What are you talking about?
Several other people died in the attack, and then also it's now hunting me. Prove the golem's curse is taking us
You
all.
wanted to teach my father a lesson, and you did. It's too bad innocent people died in the process. The building that collapsed on Stanisław, it was inhabited by people. Now all that's left of them are some damaged items. That's what happens every time the golem physically manifests. Random people lose their lives due to its untamed power.
No, it can't be. It wasn't supposed to be that way.
I don't think the punishment is adequate for the crime. Horowitz had something on his conscience. He must have, if both the Ohrana and the Socialists were interested in him. And what my father did... I can't believe I'm saying this, but his motives seem noble.
Oh, do they?
There's no trace of cruelty in his actions. He didn't do it for his own profit, but for some kind of greater good.
Without any specifics, those are just words.
Okay. Say that Sofer was aware of my father's actions.
My father and Sofer knew one another for years. Father knew the rabbi could be forced to create a golem if Horowitz was killed. They both took that risk. Sofer couldn't reveal that he knew Stanisław. He also knew that Horowitz had to disappear because he was a threat to too many people.
To whom?
That doesn't matter. You don't have anything to do with this, Mordechai. Just like I have nothing to do with my father's actions. I am connected to them only by my blood.
What do you want?
To get rid of the golem. Tell me something, anything, that will get me closer to a solution.
Instead of telling you, I'll show you.
Where? Into an alley, where some friend of yours will smack me around?
To the synagogue. Are you coming?
Yes.
Yes. Let's go.
Is Freund just another way of saying
You stop
friend?
to get Feldman. He should see this too.
Feldman. Who is Feldman? I don't remember. Oh, Feldman's the new... Ah, we're going to go into the basement. Let me see. Oh, I cannot see. It is dark. Alright. I saw sparkles. Did I not? Were they fake sparkles? They must have been fake sparkles. Wow, we made this whole room for just walking through? Okay. Ah, dungeon. Interesting. I'm getting some Amontillado vibes here. Maybe I shouldn't follow these two into a dungeon. Ah, sparkles. Yes. Column, let's be honest. It keeps the ceiling from collapsing, but it looks ready to collapse itself. The column trembles with the fear of the man who is watching the summoning ritual. Golem, the embodiment of a Salutor, was being born in an incredible yet terrifying spectacle that was more like a nightmare than a beautiful dream. Destroyed wall. So this is how the golem got out. This hole explains Feldman's problem with the roof. Stones crack, crumble, and fall. The wall crumbles into dust, faced with the brutal, inhuman strength fueled only by hatred, emptiness, and destruction. Buckets of clay. The clay was probably used to create Golem. Pieces of clay of a dilemma attach themselves to the then wet clay. On the one hand, animating a Golem is an extreme measure, reckless even. On the other, that Laus Shulsky had it coming, given his crimes no punishments too great or severe. Inscribed material. Material with painstakingly inscribed Hebrew incantation. Words of deep concentration hovered over the material. Any mistake, even the smallest slip in the placed incantation, may spell failure or death of the Kabbalist. Therefore, keep calm and proceed slowly with precision. The stakes are high. The synagogue basement. This is where Golem was chased down and killed Father. This is where the Golem that chased down and killed Father was summoned. And now it's after me. I thought Salutors couldn't take on a physical form, but I was wrong. The Kabbalah and hatred are capable of bending even the fundamental laws of thaumaturgy. I can't undo this on my own. I need an ally. Alright.
So,
No wonder the roof is leaking if the foundation is crumbling. A lovely metaphor, Hashem. But what happened here had nothing to do with Hashem. Did it?
Mr. Shulsky wished to know the origin of his curse. This is where it took its shape. If I'd... Now I see it differently, but back then, when I was talking to Sofer, revenge and justice seemed one and the same.
Revenge is no justice. It is always dictated by anger, and in anger, erring comes easily.
Excuse me.
Agreed to
Oh,
it.
jeez.
He summoned the golem. What else do you want to know?
Say you already know everything. Ask what Hyatt remembers from the summoning. I already know everything.
this place won't tell me anymore.
And what have you learned?
Point out the ruined wall.
The hole you can't miss over there is the new door the golem smashed when it was summoned to life.
Excuse me.
No one saw anything. How is that possible?
Is that your worry, Rabbi?
Bucket of clay.
The clay formed a shell that Sofer infused with the saluter.
Sofer told me to bring clay. Sticky and cold. I can't say how many of those buckets there were. Hours sculpting the Colossus until my hands went numb. I could feel the clay absorbing my anger, as if my rage was making it take shape on its own.
Hours? That must have been horribly exhausting.
What's a few hours in exchange for a curse that lasts generations?
Are you a Skeksis?
These are the remains of some fabric that Sofer wrote something on in Hebrew, I think. This might be some prayer, incantation, even a spell. There's not enough left to read anything. That's all, but I'm not any closer to a solution. I need someone like Sofer.
A thaumaturge and a Kabbalist?
Do you know one, Rabbi?
There's only one name that comes to mind, but...
Ariel Roffe. A good-for-nothing, vengeful, godless scoundrel.
Strong words from your lips.
Of course.
Do you know one another?
Yeah.
Well, I know him well enough to suspect that he might not want to help me. But I'll look for him.
Clearly, the Shulsky family has an easy time getting into conflict with Jews.
Come
Wow.
now, don't be silly.
There is just one thing I'd really like to know, Mr. Shulsky. Standing where you are now, What do you
Standing
think about your
here,
father's
I
responsibility in all
realize
this?
that you're just like me, trying to make history. But who's to judge the right from wrong? When cards are down, I think we'll both agree that golems breed golems, and in the end it has to be this way. Bam, 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 bam. See, my father didn't deserve the curse. Admit your father ought to have been punished. Declare that you're not going to judge him now. I mean, I don't know enough about what he did, so...
For years I had no place in my father's life. Though I admit in any event that the feeling was mutual. But I don't want to judge him.
Debts must always be repaid.
I'm settling my scores.
All right, I think it's time for us to go. This place just makes the blood boil. Let's get Mr. Shulsky away from here. And stop by tomorrow. We'll have some tea and work through a few questions.
Mr. Shulsky, I would like this to be our farewell. I tell you from my heart, anger and pride are poor advisors. I know that firsthand, but it's too late for me. You can still save yourself. I'll be thinking of you.
Shall we?
Yeah, leave the basement.
Let's get out of here.
Alright. Contact Ariel Rolf to the rescue, the Kabbalist. We'll need the help of the Kabbalist to tame or get rid of the golem. Rabbi Feldman confirmed my fears. The only Kabbalist thaumaturge he knows of is Ariel Rolf. Journal. So I could contact Rolf, or I can keep working with the dangerous friends. Search the Thaumaturge's meeting place. I might be able to come back here tomorrow. Hello, babe.
Hey. Just wanted to pack Grandma a little hot chat. I hope you're having a... I'm sorry, Gram!
He's just licking himself. He's not mad.
Oh, he's got a little belly.
He does got a little belly. It's tiny and small, and full of delicious Mexican cheese. Come on, game. Load. There we go. I only need one more Thaumaturge point and the golem to get all the achievements for maxing things out. So we'll do that. Hi, Theo. a Dorito Angel for me, Quicks? I don't know why I keep trying to say Quee. It's Quicks. I could go for a Dorito Angel. I haven't had Doritos in forever. Begin to recognize the bodies in the water. Hyatt's laundry. There you go.
I know.
Puppy, you just love all the snacks.
I do.
We can't have all the snacks. We must limit the snack intake.
I refuse.
Poor puppy. Alright. We were here earlier and we had Ooper ready and then we left. Poor Ooper.
I think that's everything now. So, besides father, there were two more. A candy lover and a coffee lover. Konieczkin must have had one of them in mind. Quit whining. Mr. Sweet Tooth is definitely suffer. He died before father, so he's not the one who took the grimoire. That's what I call you now. The doctor. Because you help rabbis and people the hospital is off limits to. Rebels and revolutionaries. Luckily, I know someone who matches the description. Maybe we'll find out what she needed that ammunition for. Come on, we'll be careful. Time to get some donuts at Roblitz.
Oh, okay. So I went to Rotblitz and used the secret donuts order to get to talk to the lady. But I hadn't talked to Uber about it, so I wasn't able to progress the quest. Okay. That's fine. I'm eager to help the socialists. There we go. If you never stop exercising, you can eat all the snacks you want. I mean, true, but on the other hand, don't exercise nearly enough to indulge like that. Alright, I already ordered the donut. Alright, now that I've talked to Uber...
Tell me what brings you here.
I'm looking for a particular man. He's a doctor and a thaumaturge. He treats people with rather radical views.
Who do you mean? Us?
Yeah.
Ammunition in your tights, lying low in cellars, the smell of Dutch pomade in your hair. I can sense letters, like PP and S here.
I'm sorry. We don't betray our comrades to anyone who asks.
So you do know one another after all.
Who knows?
How about
Maybe.
this? I won't ask for anything else, but please, pass something on to him from me.
That was an interesting gesture.
Are you praying to an onion?
Yes. Onions
What
have
should I
layers.
pass on to this doctor?
Oh, interesting. Focus on the act of meeting, deed 3. Convey how eager you are for an answer, heart 1. Assure him that you have no ill intentions, mind 3. Extend an invitation to talk, word 4. So, I will say my one critique of the game is I wish there was more of this, and I wish that it actually mattered which tree you picked. Unless you're blitzing through the game, you're going to have access to, like, everything at the highest level. Yeah, have a nice AFK, Thomas. I'm going to extend an invitation to talk with word 4.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Return to Wanda. Inspect your work. Sure, I'll be proud.
Adulthood is like an onion. The more you try to separate it out into its basic parts, the worse it stings and makes you want to cry. Done.
What a dork.
What can he make out of that? Cough syrup?
Just pass it on to him. He'll know.
You're peculiar. Anything else?
I'll be off now.
If I get an answer from the doctor, I'll let you know. Look after yourself.
Okay, so I imagine she'll call me back at the house. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Wait for the doctor's answers. Contact Ariel Rolf. Surprised I still have the option not to take the proud choice. So far, actually, I've been locked out of the proud choice once. I must be slightly more on the humble side. But apparently, I've done a pretty decent job of balancing them, I think, because I've only been locked out that one time. Why do I have things in 2 directions? Get in the carriage. Huh. That's weird. Maybe it's because I have multiple places I could do.
Something's wrong.
Chevonado? I don't know what Chevonado means. Maybe it's not proud, she's a punk. Punks are humble. Punks Armadas. Yeah, but I'm playing Victor Shulsky, and Victor Shulsky's an asshole. Skunk, which doesn't exist, moves a ghost. No. Ask how he knew I was Polish.
How did you know I was Polish?
Because you're asking a stupid question instead of doing what you're told. What you looking for here, Paliak?
Wow. Alright, I'm gonna be proud.
I was born here. You're just passing through.
That's so.
Ко мне, сукины дети. Бейте поляка.
Oh, well, I've pissed them off, but that's fine. I don't mind beating the shit out of these guys. Alright, word, heart, deed, mind. 37 health is decent. You're... Okay, so we're gonna punch you. We'll do a bloody penance on you. I got hit with a debuff. Ah, they marked me. And they got sped up, I think? Yeah, they are sped up, and I am marked. Okay. This is also impact on... Oh, Ooper hasn't landed the hit yet. That's fine. We'll go second. There we go. Now you're doomed. So you're dead. So we'll flop back to you. I'm not worried about stopping you. Although, I'm going to need a little more damage. Let's go ahead and have Vales smile at this man. Ow. Oh, they're hitting my focus really hard. Okay, well, I'm going to take huge damage from the next hit. Sniper shot, destroyer. Ah, I see. It requires me to be marked. Alright. You're the one I'm worried about. It's going to reduce damage. That's okay. And then we'll bring in the Marana. Oh, actually, you know what? Marana can do it on their own. Marana, go cry at this man so that he can't shoot me, and I'll continue to beat the shit out of this guy. I'm very close to the achievement for inflicting suffering enough times, so I'm going to go ahead and just throw some suffering around. Here's how you know he's Polish, he hates Russians. Yeah. There we go. And yeah, just stunlock this asshole. There we go. Eternal suffering. Impose suffering 100 times. Ow. Ah, it's too slow. Oh, you're dead. There we go. Action canceled. Take some damage. Alright. We'll do that. Oh, hell yeah. You know what? Let's just do that. The price of peace. 32 damage. And then I can punch this guy instead. Explode. Okay. Come here, Bukovac. Scream at this man. And he's dead. Yay, dead Russians. Hey, wizard, come here. I'm here. Don't actually want to talk? No. Okay.
The police plus the Ochrana. They had their way with this place.
Ooh, sparkles. Counterfeit bill. A counterfeit American dollar. The idea was sound, the execution not too shabby. However, intuition suggested it best to hide the bill in the apartment and abandon the counterfeiting business for the time being. But it proved harder than expected. Maybe one day. Window with an unattractive view, a dilapidated window overlooking a filthy courtyard. The pane carries the memory of a face looking out the window. Furrowed brow, lips curled in disapproval, eyes expressing contempt. This dark hovel is overwhelming. Nothing like an apartment above the rooftops with a view of the Grosiny Gdoir Bazaar. Loose board, someone kept a cache here. Clever. A skittish thought made its way under the board. What if someone sees him? What if that which had been painstakingly concealed got into the wrong hands? Just imagine the mess. Maybe he should move everything home to Mirov. No. Precious items belong under the board. Dry challah. Half eaten. It's been there a long time. The heart rejoiced with each bite of the challah bought at a favorite bakery. The smell of fresh bread wafting in every day from downstairs through the cracked window floods the soul with warmth and gives strength to fight the adversities of everyday life. The search for the Kabbalist, Port Praga. Ariel's apartment must be somewhere high above the bakery. He probably lives in the attic of one of the tenement houses in Mirov, since he can see the Grosinsky Dvar Bazaar from his window.
Under the sky of Mirov, a Thaumaturge has his lair.
The price of peace is just your Russian enemies dying. Excellent. Thankfully, this only applies to the enemies in video games, and we're totally not implying that this could apply to any sort of real-world scenario. Of course. Of course, in a video game about 1905 Poland, it's okay to murder fascists. Whereas in real life... A sip of cola. It keeps pointing me back to the thing for some reason. You told me to come here. Find Ariel's apartment in Mirov. I'm in Mirov. I'm heading towards the Dwar Bazaar. It keeps poking... There. Oh, maybe it was like I can go back to the house and call someone. Now it's telling me to leave again. Don't know why it keeps doing that. Maybe the quest is slightly bugged. I have noticed a handful of small bugs and issues throughout the game. Pretty far from the bazaar. Ah, it's this staircase. I can't fucking see.
Delightful.
Metal mezuzah. Fragments of Torah scrolls are inside. They are meant to protect against evil forces. The mezuzah is marked with a very clear thaumaturgic intention that arranges itself into the message, ye who enter here, fuck off if you know what's good for you. Ariel Rov. Load this guy.
A Kabbalist stem. So.
Alright. I want to read the sparkles first. Old boxing gloves. They have the name Barzhik embroidered on them. I have a feeling I've seen them somewhere before. The gloves are wrapped tightly in words of grief and sadness at the loss of a friend. Who would have thought that Barzhik would leave such a void behind?
Turns out he holed up at Ruzhitsky Bazaar.
Nails. Big iron nails used at the construction sites. The nails smolder with Ariel's embarrassment. After all, he didn't do anything special. He canceled the debt, nothing more. This merchant better stop thanking him and let him take those damned nails. Count of Monte Cristo book. Copy of the work of Alexander Dumas read to the point of falling apart. Page after page, time after time, night after night, this book never bores and never disappoints. What intrigue, what a delicious plan of revenge. Bravo, Count. That's one of Emmy's favorite books.
Ariofa and God don't get along so well.
Dusty menorah. Must not have been used for many years. Long prayers, religious meditations accompanied by polishing of a sacred object. This is a thing of the past. Today, the menorah is shunned, and the only thing that marks it is resentment, indicating that Ariel is no longer on good terms with God.
Is Ariofa capable of emotion?
Decorative powder box, charred with a cracked mirror. Sorrow has settled on the object, constricting the throat into a knot and removing the breath from the lungs. Why did she go where he could not follow? Totally talking about video games and video game enemies, Twitch TOS? Exactly. Ariel Roth. Somewhere along the way, Ariel Roth came to the conclusion that there was no God, that only the strongest would survive, and that revenge was the best goal in life. However, under the mask of the tough gangster, he still hides a warm and sensitive heart. He's a helpful neighbor, a loyal friend, and a lover despairing after a loss. I see you, Ariel. And then... postcard. Hola, amigo. I miss the Warsaw Sirens. Shinchotcheniek has good things going for it, though. I'll hang around here until things calm down. Jay. Alright. So now we move on again to the bazaar. Do. This way. There it is. Let's go. Clickety click click. Ah, sparkles. Billfold, meticulously emptied of money, business cards, and photographs, are all that remains. Oh, meticulously emptied of money, business cards, and photographs are all that remain. That's... I would have gotten rid of this comma. Leaving it there makes it seem like it's an Oxford comma and that these three things are grouped. The theft was quick and discreet. I had to be discreet. And not for the sake of professionalism, but out of fear of the magician. If he catches someone stealing on his turf, he won't let it go. Quickly and discreetly then, very discreetly. Looking for more sparkles? I'm being pulled in multiple directions. And I can't fucking see! It's so dark. Oh, I saw sparkles. Sparkles turn into something for me. There we go. Crate of vodka bottles. The bottles are covered in dust, none are missing. The bottles tremble from the irritation instilled in them. After all, the vodka inside them is just as good as the merchandise this bizarre magician. If only people would appreciate that and stop buying them from under the counter. So I'm hoping that I can get the golem and then do the level ups and then do a reload and give the golem to Rolf, because there is an I've spoiled myself a little bit. The good endings require you to give Rolf the golem, but I need to have the golem to get one of the achievements, so. Drained to the last drop, it smells of alcohol and someone, well, unwashed. A thought flows down the side of the bottle, not particularly cohesive, but experts in nature. He's had a lot of alcohol in his life, in every neighborhood and from every counter, one could say, and yet the best moonshine is served at the butcher's shop in Rosik. Such are the facts of life here in the Vistula. Or here by the Vistula, I should say. Sparkles. Oh, I see them. They're slightly out of range. I gotta go around. Note in the butcher shop window. Someone wanted to write closed for inventory, but failed and gave up after several attempts. The windows radiate with the joyful anticipation of cures. The butcher shop may be closed in theory, but every cure knows that the good stuff will come, and each of them is prepared to politely wait for it. I imagine one of these is where I'll be going next, but I guess I need to find a little bit more. Ah.
That wasn't too hard.
Cigar stub. Admittedly, smoked to the last puff, but still quite the luxury for this district. Words of satisfaction glow on the tip of the cigar butt. Cigars and gifts just for keeping patrols away from the butcher shop? No problem. Good ending? Yeah. My plan right now is if I can get the golem and ideally, here's the hope. I capture the golem and then the game later wants me to give it to Rolf. If that's how it is, then I can easily do the exploit to get all of the achievements that I want to get in this game. If I can't do that, if it's, oh, you have to give the golem to Rolf, if it's like the Jin scenario where it's give it to Rolf or take it for yourself, then I might drop an extra save for later and do the bad ending like off stream when I'm going for 100% completion and just immediately give it to Rolf. Unless I get blindsided and I don't get a chance to save. But I imagine the game will give me a hint that I'm about to do the golem. The search for the Kabbalist, Roshinsky Bazaar. The whole magician is none other than Ariel Rolf. One must give him credit for ruling the entire bazaar. Seems he set up a thriving moonshine distillery and a closed butcher shop. Place is worth a visit. Back this way. Ah. Talk to Ogoris. Hello, Ogoris.
Where do you think you're going, pretty boy?
I'm looking for someone. They say he's got a business here.
Do the smart thing and hit the road.
No.
Go on. Fuck off.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say I'm looking for Rolf.
I'm looking for Ariel Rofe.
Then you can double fuck off, you fucking dunkopf!
You'll attract more attention with that shouting.
Buzz on for I get my club. You're not gonna tell me how to do my job, you flibbit and raggedy sod. Beat it.
Mention the corrupt policeman. Point out the drunk customers. Pick a fight. I'll mention the corrupt policeman.
But I know Ariel's got his hideout here. I even know which copper's hands he greases.
I don't know about no bribes, you
Provocateur?
Fuck off.
I love when someone tries to say something in a foreign language in this game and can't get it quite right.
I know this is Ariel's hideout.
It's only happened a couple times, but it's always been nice.
It says butcher's shop.
Sure, it's extra kosher, because there's no meat at all in there.
Is there a big blur?
Come on, every bum at Ruzhitz reeks of booze from this place.
And when they come here, I'll tell them to fuck off.
Please, I just want a word with Ariel.
Ogras, how come he's still standing here mouthing off at you?
It's me, Victor.
Shulsky, I remember. Fuck off.
So, should I give him what for, boss?
Do what you want.
Ask Ariel to hear me out.
Ariel, come on. Let's talk, please.
But Ogras, maybe don't take on the son of Shrut Miestia on your own, yeah?
I'll call you a priest if you want.
Oh, we're fighting anyways? Okay. That's fine. Alright. Ooper. Stab this man. You reduce damage. You're immune to gaining a new negative states. But that doesn't mean immune to stuns. Haha. Whack. Oh, I forgot to look at their names. Ogress, Smuggler, and Smuggler. Alright. Then I can come over here and Doom Punch you. Team counterattack. The first attack on this target incurs a counterattack from all teammates. I see. I will kill the other people first. You are dead. Come here, Bukovac. Yell at this man. Ow. Ow. Okay. You're going to be faster anyways. Just kill this man with Doom. And then I can... You can't get new statuses. I'll just punch him. Crunch! Alright, I'm gonna bring out Lilac. Lilac can scream my bleeding into him. And bonk. Bye, Ogress. I hope you don't bleed out to death.
I'd leave him be. I'm sorry. Come on, Shulsky. Let's get out of sight. But if anything starts shaking, I'll shoot you.
Don't stare. That way.
This whole butcher's shop is a cover, right?
None of your business.
No, I wanted to check the room first. Okay. Let's talk to Rolf. Sir?
Sit down. Tell me why you're bothering me. And how exactly did you find me?
Magic. Admit how I found him.
It wasn't such a huge challenge.
Who squealed?
As a result of your decisions, these two paths are closed. Hi, babe.
Hey.
How are you?
And I'm actually on my break now, so I figured I'd come give you a little kiss on your head and pet Grandma a little.
Yeah, you're very cute.
No, you. Also, hi, Chad, I guess. Oh, you were looking at that.
Yeah.
How
I mean,
dare you?
chat is here too. I was just glancing at what you and Mozelle have been talking about because you're both dorks.
You're a dork.
Mm-hmm.
Graham's a baby.
Graham is a baby.
He's so weird.
He is itty bitty and tiny and curled into a ball.
Yeah.
Very good boy.
I love him so much. He's so perfect in every way.
Cute.
Yeah. Okay, sorry. I'll let you do your thing.
Drag says actually chat isn't there.
Oh God! Existential crisis.
Right, so I'm going to assume these closed paths where I could have gotten someone to snitch and tell me where Ariel was. But I investigated his apartment, so that's what we're doing. Chat is but a concept.
I found a certain attic where one Thaumaturge set up a warm nest for himself.
Oguras!
Hey, calm down. I won't tell anybody anything. All your secrets are safe with me.
Except chat into your heart and be saved.
You ever
Never.
walked on. Say what you want.
Why is the man called
Why do
Ogoras?
they call that bruiser Oguras?
He's got a green pecker from untreated pox with these little bumps like on those little cocktail gherkins.
Wow.
He gets well soon.
Wow.
Pass that on. That everything?
What a line. Holy shit. I was like, Ogoras, that probably means ogre. It's probably because he's a big, strong guy who protects it. Nope. Holy shit, what a line.
A very inventive hiding spot. And a nice place.
We've got our own little store here with different varieties. I'm just doing my best to unload it efficiently. Don't waste my time.
You got it, buddy.
I've got a certain problem, and I'd like to get rid of it quickly.
Is it made of clay and weighs 2 tons when it shows up? So you got sick of running back and forth across Kervich Bridge?
I'm not going to pretend I understand.
Golems aren't great at swimming, remember? Since it's following you, going across a bridge would force it to. Forget it. I can see why you can't deal with it on your own.
I need the knowledge of a Kabbalist. Your knowledge.
I think I have at least a few reasons to say no, don't I? The main one is the death of my business partner and best friend.
That's not my fault. You won't be able to say this because your pride is too high. There we go. We've finally been screwed the other way. Deny your guilt, but make him stop. You know Javier's alive.
Your business partner's doing great. He's writing letters to you from our resort in the countryside.
Sure, but now he's not by my side.
And what about Svetlana?
That doesn't matter anymore. The lady didn't want anybody to find her, right? If you ever stick your nose into my private business again, I'll cut it off. You got it?
I don't have time, Ariel. We both know that only you can help me. You can keep tormenting me, but are you going to tell me something or not?
I can torment you and tell you.
Love this guy.
A golem is a salutor like any other, but housed in a physical form. But you attract it and bind it in the same way.
Let him speak.
The difference being that it's following blood first and the flaw second. But first, you have to deprive the golem of its physical body, the shell in which the salutor is housed. You also need to know where the ritual was conducted, because that's the only place you can do it. Good luck.
Okay. Golem is a unique salutor due to the fact that it has a physical form. As long as the material shell doesn't crack, nothing can be done to it. So, I need to lead it to the dungeon under the synagogue, erase the first letter written on it so that truth becomes death and its physical shell is destroyed, have the person whose flaw created the golem present, which I believe is Mordecai, harass him until his flaw cracks open, then defeat the golem in psychic combat so that I can absorb it into my blood. Quite a task.
I know the place the golem was summoned. The basement of Nozhik Synagogue.
So, Sofer managed to do it?
Place of summoning. Golems can only be stopped in the place where it's been brought to life, so everything must have been resolved in the basement of the synagogue.
So, apart from my family's blood, the golem is attracted to my initial flaw, right?
Initial? So how many have you got?
So many. 1 second. I am full to the brim of flaws.
I've got plenty. I have a really handsome number of salutors.
You're lying. You'd have lost your mind.
If you say so. How can I get rid of that clay shell it has?
You can't. For that you need a Kabbalist. Moi. I know the incantation for the Berur ritual.
What?
Instructions for reversing the evil eye, cleansing body and soul, and hiding from the unwanted, but why should I explain them to you?
I'm guessing this will cost me something. Money? A favor? A further humiliation?
We'll see.
Alright, I already know everything.
Thank you. So we're going into the basement of a synagogue. where you'll use Kabbalah to strip the golem of its physical form, right? Then I'll bind it and free myself from its curse?
Not quite. The golem is mine.
Ah, okay. Ariel's condition. Rolf has a condition. He would only help me with the golem if he could assume control of it.
What do you need the golem for?
None of your business.
Is it for revenge?
You want revenge. That's very sentimental if you think about it.
I won't warn you again. Keep your nose out.
Okay, so presumably I make the decision now. Maybe I can go back on my word and be an asshole, but I'm going to go ahead and say agree to give up the golem. I can always get the stuff for the golem in another run.
Agreed. The golem will be yours.
You didn't say the magic words.
I hereby promise that the golem is yours, as long as you can handle it.
Way to go. Don't worry about the rest.
Hold on.
What?
If I lose my initial flaw, I'll lose contact with my initial saboteur, right?
Could be yes, could be no. I don't know. Want to find out?
No.
Unless you've got a long line of relatives with flaws?
Bonds of blood. The Shulsky family blood is needed to complete the ritual. The blood of someone with a flaw, to be exact. Since I'm not going to sacrifice mine, I need to know if my sister carries one as well. Admit I've got a sister.
I've got a sister. Twin. But I don't know if Ligia carries a flaw.
Lovely name. And a strong bond of blood. If she's important to you, the golem has to be bound.
I know.
Wonder what kind of blood demons we could get if this was set in the North Central Americas.
She carries a flaw.
I feel like the Jersey Devil is a flaw of deed relating to anger that feels like it fits the people of Jersey. I don't know others off the top of my head. Mothman, I guess. Mothman... What kind of demon would Mothman be? Probably passion, heart. Maybe Sasquatch. Alright, we'll go check on my sister.
Alright, I'll bring her here. Maybe she'll be better off without the flaw.
I'm not here to heal your conscience. You're one cold son.
Chupacabra would be what? A heart?
A toast? A very successful batch. We haven't shipped everything out yet.
This won't make me go blind, will it?
The risk is part of the fun.
Sure, raise a toast.
L'chaim.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Ready?
Head to the synagogue with him? Going to the synagogue... I need to talk to Ligia first, right?
We'll meet there. I've got one more thing to sort out.
Don't forget your sister.
Maybe the deed that's the violent one for hunger? Possibly? Play ambitions... Find out if Ligia carries a flaw. I'm worried because if Ligia's flaw is what's allowing her to be such a successful businesswoman, I don't want to really remove it. Also, let's check the demons real quick. Yeah. Or here? Heart... Mind. Somewhere it describes what the different things... Veminhence. It belongs to Vesna, a simple peasant girl from Transcaucasia, who killed her father in retaliation. Bukovac follows this. Recklessness. belonged to Danis, a Cossack who tragically in love and kept defying death. Scheming, selfishness, demagoguery, negligence, and audacity. And pride, obviously. Audacity lets you avoid death once per fight with 1 HP. Negligence allows you to double your inflicted damage if your health points are no higher than 9. Demagoguery lowers the enemy's focus twice as much if your health points are no higher than 9. So these just boost our forces, but these actually give us additional effects. It's interesting because Golem's here, but then we have 3 more boxes. The audacity. Are we going to get extra demons in the last act that don't use the skill thing? Also, Ooper isn't listed. Hold on. Right? Deed, mind, word, mind. Oh, okay, that's right. We took Petya's selfishness, but he didn't have a demon associated with him. So there must be additional flaws we can take that aren't specifically connected to demons. That's interesting. Okay. Yeah, that way. Okay. I do have the audacity. It's inside of me. Also, isn't being a demagogue a good thing? I mean, I guess it depends who you ask. Alright. One sec. Political leader who seeks support by appealing to the desires and prejudices of ordinary people rather than using rational arguments. So, being a demagogue does mean that you can affect change in a good way, but it means that you're relying on exploiting people to get your way rather than convincing them by rational arguments. Yeah, that's why I'm so tiny. I'm not tiny. What do I? Oh, that's right. Lygia's hanging out in Marov. She hasn't gone back to the house in days. Alright. I think we'll check if Lygia has a flaw, and then we'll go back to the house and see if I get phone called. Because I feel like this is the real main quest. And the other main quest is important, but isn't the plot driving one. Although I don't know, maybe I have to do all of them to progress the plot. Alright, Lygia. Hey, Lygia. Need to talk to you. Are you full of flaws? Alright. Ask if the golem's manifested lately.
Has anything strange happened lately? Anything that might have something to do with the golem?
A cup fell from the table and someone stumbled while crossing the doorstep.
Care package, thank you, Mazel. Also, hello, Mazel.
That can be attributed to a golem.
Most likely common clumsiness. That's good news.
And
you were confusing demagogue with polyglot? Ah,
That's
yeah.
Probably because something was passing by. Nothing serious. Anything else?
The store looks better than I remembered. More.
You've been here the whole time? Oh my god.
I've sorted through the remaining junk and I'm keeping the monkey brains, prepared corpses, and potency ointments just in the catalog now, so mothers can come here with their kids.
Do you want to be better than father?
People look at a businesswoman strangely, so I intend to prove to them that I'm better than businessmen. I'm doing my best.
We have to talk about the golem. I know how to stop it now.
You know what to do? Tell me.
As a result of your decisions, this path is closed. Tell her the place the golem was summoned raised the subject of a necessary flaw.
Do you know what a flaw is?
Kind of, but Papa didn't tell me too much about his abilities.
Sam Reich, host of Game Changer? Explain flaws.
A flaw is a hidden stamp that sometimes defines our behavior or even our lives. It's formed in the subconscious.
No, don't threaten me.
Centers around the things that matter most to us. It might be the memory of something tragic or shocking from the past, or something that takes us over completely, obsessively. If you were to tell me the one thing in your life that matters most, what would it be?
Where's this coming from? My family. And you, too, of course.
Now, seriously this time.
Alright, I'm sorry. I'm putting you second. Work comes first. I want to work. Hard and honestly. And I want to be respected for it. Not have fingers pointed at me. And so it will be.
Lygia's flaw. I saw the hallmarks of a flaw within Lygia, one associated with her ambitious approach to life. That's enough for now. Ah, man, is it her ambition? The Golem's Curse. I already have all the information on the Golem's Curse. All I need to do now is go to the ritual site with Lygia. Ariel Rolf will be waiting for us there. I only wonder if I should keep a promise made to a criminal.
I don't doubt you've got that certain something inside you. I can see you've got some kind of flaw after all. I think it's one related to obsessive tenacity or pathological ambition.
Should I be offended or afraid? Can I get rid of it?
Yes, don't worry. But that's business for later. Nothing will happen to you.
You're the Thaumaturge here. Alright, so what now?
Yeah, a woman with goals and ambitions is a flaw. Exactly. Second shout out for the best homies. Hell yeah. Say that I know everything.
I think I already know what I wanted.
Alright.
I need you. We must end it. Together.
You sound serious. What's going on?
Today, the curse placed on Father will lose its power. But we have to get going.
Hang on, hothead. Will you tell me something else?
Ariel Rofa is already waiting for us. He's the one leading this whole thing.
Do I know him?
I sincerely hope not. He's not a suitable companion for you.
Oh,
This is a Fallout
now
stream.
I'm dying
All
of
call-outs at the
curiosity.
time. Exactly.
There's no time.
How exciting. I feel 10 years old again.
Come on, game. What's wrong with the game? You can't even discuss this with her? Oh, Shulsky's proud. Alright, so before we do this, we're going to do a new save called Golem. And I'm going to go to the bathroom and think about our options. You looking up what cards you can sell?
More or less. Just which ones might be worth something.
Anything from Foundations? No.
No, I know. I figured that out real quick. I did look up the prices of the ones we've been looking at potentially selling. This is...
That's about 16. Keep in mind, we will probably get half of what it's selling for on the market as store credit.
Yeah, that's basically why I figured this would be a good opportunity to do it, since we can use it to get stuff.
I just, a lot of people get into the hobby, get cards, see how much they're going for online, and go to a store and are disappointed. It's because they have to make profits flipping them.
No,
so,
that's, I already expected that, so.
Yeah, so maybe 50% store credit, maybe a third store credit, depending on how stingy they are.
Yeah, this one was about like 15, 16. The other one, the Mine Bridge Trap or whatever it was called, was about $10.
Cool.
So, okay. About 10, but I feel like we're gonna want to use him at some points, if probably not some.
Up to you. Yeah, Mew's cool, but he's also a powerful commander, so a lot of people want him.
I'm streaming. I'm probably gonna go shower in a little bit.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna grab a snack while I'm up from the computer. I think the chat can hear me.
Yeah.
I'm grabbing a snack. Give me 1 more minute. There we go. Why is R2-D2 in my apartment, and can I get you an autograph? Sure, I could get you an autograph. R2-D2 is our toaster. And R2-D2 is very loud about being our toaster. He does the beep thing for way too long when you pull it down initially, and then he does it again when the food's about to pop up. And I appreciate a toaster that warns you when the food's about to pop up, because sometimes the toaster takes a little bit. However, it's such a long beep sequence most times. Anyways, I now have a popped tart. Even R2-D2 had to get a new job. Okay, so you'd beep too if someone was yanking your lever? Possibly. So I think the big thing here is a point of Victor's pride. A proud Victor would take the golem on himself and sacrifice his sister's flaw in order to become more powerful, and not care about the fact that it might ruin his sister's desire for business, and it might ruin Rolf's whatever, the fact that he wants the golem to help himself out. The less proud option would be to give up our own flaw of pride, obviously, in order to get the golem out here and let everyone else get away scratch-free. So, who is Pop and why did you take their tart? Pop means father, so I stole my father's tarts. Because I'm hungry and he can deal. Alright. Pop is the sword acquired for the watery tart.
Darling sister, here in person. You clearly are of the same blood. We have nearly everything ready, I see.
I don't think we've met. Ligia Szulska.
Ariel Rotha. The pleasure is mine.
Thought Pop was an older man who ran a barbershop like Luke Cage's TV show.
The candles are placed where you commanded.
Fine.
Oh, good evening, Mr. Szulski. And you must be dear Ligia Szulska. My regards.
Mademoiselle looks pale. Do you feel all right, my lady?
Yes, sure.
Victor, I need a pound of flesh, and it's up to you whose body it comes from.
Victor, what's going on? What's he talking about?
To lure the golem, we need your mature flaw.
Am I the bait?
I could have phrased it better. The point is that only you with your flaw can lure the golem here.
Will I lose my flaw in the process?
One that's linked with aspirations, chasing something. Ambition, even to an excessive degree. And yes, you will lose it.
Fine. Get that flaw out of me.
Interesting. Why don't you want it?
May I ask why you don't want to?
Based on what you explained to me about flaws, I consider it an imperfection. And I'm a perfectionist, Victor.
Enough chit-chat. Since everything's ready, let's get to work.
Interesting. So I was going to be like, we shouldn't strip Ligia of her ambition, but if she considers it a flaw, but that might be just because we've explained it badly.
How do you get rid of the golem's physical form?
There's an old ritual. It's called the Bell. It's a sifting ritual. The incantation allows us to sift out the demonic part from the rest of the creature. It also helps with cases of possession.
Good to know.
By the way, your father must have really gotten under Sopher's skin.
My father had that effect on people.
If it was called an attribute rather than a flaw, things would be different. True, but all the other ones that we have pulled out of people are things that you could easily say are flaws. They are definitely things that are not a pleasant way to describe a person. Does she only consider it a flaw because of the ambition? Like, what is her ambition? Is it perfection? Yeah, if she's a perfectionist, that can be a bad thing.
This ritual, are you sure it's safe?
Just trust me, as I trust you'll keep your word. I won't touch a hair on your sister's head.
I'm here, Mr. Roffer.
And aren't you a sight for sore eyes?
Alright.
Let's begin.
Don't mess this up.
I'll do my best.
Won't it come?
Patience.
Oh yeah. Hello, Gremlin.
Hashem, be merciful.
Have more faith, Feldman. More faith. Yit Kadash. Yit Kadash Shimiraba. Ready?
Yes.
I'm doing pretty well. It's party time. Yeah, there are things that you need a little bit of, usually.
I take her flaw, you get rid of the golem, and we're quits.
Say yes. Transfer Lygia's flaw to yourself and keep the golem. Fool Ariel, lure the golem with your flaw of pride and intercept it. Alright. Good ending, Miv? Yeah. So I do think it's interesting. We can take it but spare Lygia. We can take it and take Lygia's flaw, and we can do what we said we would do. I do think we will do what we said we would do. I wonder if there would be a fourth option if we said we could use our own flaw. Okay. Let's go.
Back in a moment.
Mr. Rofa, what?
She'll be fine. It's all over. You're both free.
Thank him. Point out that he owes you now. No, thank him.
Thank you. For my sake and Lygia's.
Not a problem. Come on. We gotta take your sister home.
I'll call you a carriage.
Not my clay, not my problem. Keep your promise you gave Ariel Rolf and give the golem back. Alright, Lygia, what did we take from you?
What happened? How did I get here?
I wasn't supposed to tell you, but Rolf had brought you.
Oh. Was he saying something?
Why are you asking about Ariel?
Why are you asking about Rolf?
God, no reason. I was just curious. I've never dealt with his type.
He's pretty handsome, I guess.
Stop.
Now we're safe from the curse of Sataniswaf. Rolf kept his word and stopped the golem from pursuing us.
So now it's going to serve him.
Can't say this because my pride is too high. That's the deal.
I kept my word. That was what we'd agreed.
Maybe you should have consulted me, huh? It was my flaw.
But you agreed to it.
Yeah, you did agree to it.
I'm kidding. You should have seen your face.
Oh, okay. She's pulling a prank.
May I hear the details of your deal?
I'll tell you another time. I'm going now.
All right. I'll just stay here a little longer.
Well, she doesn't seem too different. Clay ambitions. Completed. Interesting. Torn letter. Dear Mr. Shulska, I am a practical man and I am not driven by sentiments. I am driven by profit. Our combined assets, united by marriage, would bring plentiful benefits to us both. Your money will help build my cold meat empire, and you will be able to end that work nonsense. Ah, dumbasses. Alright. Well, Hopefully it was something like perfectionism or obsessiveness or something like that, and not personal ambition. But I guess we'll find out. Ah, Wanda's here. Hi, Wanda.
Mr. Shulsky, there's a young lady to see you. I'll serve tea in the drawing room.
I won't stay long. There's no need.
Thank you, Grażynka.
A nice house, a spot of tea, a housekeeper. When the revolution comes, everything here will go up in smoke.
I'd be happy to help.
Just say when. I'll place the first torch.
We'll see each other there, then.
Did he say anything?
You know what? He confirmed my belief that thaumaturges are freaks.
Hell yeah. Fork. Thank you.
Thank you, Wanda.
And now forgive me. I'm going to find some kindling for our next tete-a-tete. Besides, I'm supposed to be meeting Michal.
Say thank you again. Needle her about Michal. Say goodbye. Needle her about Michal.
Give my best to your fiancé.
Thank you. I'll pass that on. See you.
Will the young lady be visiting us more often?
No, Grażynka, I'm gay.
It's not like that. Don't let your imagination run away with you, Grażynka.
Oh, right.
Okay. I assume I can do something with the fork. Entries. Text. Oh, belongings. Fork. Okay. Doesn't have anything else on it. Must just give me the location. Hello. Message from Alberici. Victor, you old bastard. Come see me when you have time. I have something coming up, just like in the good old days. Here we go again. Talk to Alberici. Alberici told the Shivs to deliver this message to me personally. Could be a matter of great urgency. I mean, we'll do it first. We'll always do side quests before main quests. A fork, you hear Morton's pretty fond of those? I am whooshed. I do not know the reference. Yeah, Alberici is probably up there. Cut through this way. You want to talk? What is it, Copper?
Have a problem, gentlemen.
We'll see about that. Do you have any documents?
What kind of...
The kind that says you can strut around here. This is a fancy neighborhood.
Give me your papers.
I won't show you anything just because.
So, lockup it is. Fine. Get him.
Morton's fork is a false dilemma where contradictory observations lead to the same outcome? Oh, I see. Interesting. Okay. You have nothing. Heart, deep, and both of you are word. Okay. Well, I will punch you, and I will have Ooper stab this man. And then I will punch you again. Ooh, I'm going to take so much focus damage. Vels, get out here. Yeah, they're both word. Go smile at that one. The Cossack. Militia, policeman, cop. Okay. And we'll finish you off. Ow, my brain. They're shooting mind bullets. Well, you're dead. Bonk. Well, let's go smile at that one. And then I can punch this one. And I can use whoever I want now. Bukovac, why don't you come out and scream? There we go, you're dead. Smack you for a lot. Scream at you. Ow, my brain. Alright, swap you out for Marana. Marana, come breathe on this person. I'll finish you off. Punch. Burp. Victory! Quite impressive aim, to be honest. Yeah, Shulsky knows how to use his revolver. Alright, Aberici, what do you need?
Pilgrim! How glad I am to see you in my humble abode.
Ask about Warsaw's underground life, ask about action like the good old days.
Tell me, what kind of action have you got coming up?
Oh, Mischief, thank you for the care package.
Kafar from Root. The bastard thinks he can mess with the left bank. He and his people seized one of mine, Max. Said he owed them. He got away, but there's still bad blood. I thought I might explain a thing or two to Kafar. So, shall we go there?
Sure. Why wouldn't you send your people, though?
Why don't the shivs deal with it?
You offer an adventure to strengthen the bond in good faith, and this is how he treats you. I love my boys, and don't tell them that, but you've got to be nifty here and know some magic. Come to Ruzhitz with me.
Okie dokie,
You
Alrichi.
have my grimoire.
Yes, that's what I like to hear. Come on, let's show Kafar we mean business. I won't have anyone going after my people for some imaginary debts.
And my axe.
Look how beautiful it is. The babble of fishwives, the cursing of longshoremen, and there, marshmallows are being cut on a chopping block.
Marshmallows.
Oh, and there my dad used to have a stall. Well, never mind. Where do we find that wise guy?
There, in a shack in the southeast. His people usually stand by the entrance.
Let's go then. But you go with the ships and lock Ruzhitz so that Kafar knows this is serious. And so that none of those bastards get away.
I can't let you stick your neck out for me, boss.
Not just me. It won't be the first time we beat on some knaves with Victor.
Confirm, ask about Kafar's offense. What did he do?
What exactly did that Kafar do to you?
He's threatening to send his people to hurt my daughter if I don't give him back his money. I won the money fair and square, in a game of cards, but Kafar claims he was drunk, and I took advantage of that.
Don't worry. We'll sort him out for good.
Yeah?
Go on. Close the gate.
Threatening someone's daughter?
On it, boss.
Not living up to your debts? Time to
Today,
smash some
my dear
kneecaps.
Victor, we will embark on a sentimental journey. A long, long time ago in the Mermaid City lived a brute, the leader of 40 thieves, grafters, keeping order at ruins.
Let me guess. We are the righteous warriors who will teach him a lesson, right?
Yay,
You know it.
righteous.
We are some helpful bastards, aren't we?
Ask why he's so happy. Yeah, sure.
You seem to be in awfully good mood.
Well, sure. It's just like the old days, isn't it? You and me against the world. Old pals pledged their loyalty, their voices like a sling projectile. Besides, the Ruzhitz lads are really fun to smack around. Oh wait, speak of the devil. Here they are. Let the fun begin.
What do you think?
Have a nice
you're
lurk,
doing?
Drag.
Closing the gates, kicking up a shindy? You shouldn't show up here, Nijits.
Yes, I know. You're intimidated by the sight of an intellectual. It's time to write the first chapter of today's tale on these ruddy mugs. I will call it The Pilgrim and the Poet Came.
We came? Hell yeah. Alright, well these guys should be easy. Ruffian, Scum, and Roughneck. Alright. Let's see. I will... I'll punch this one. We'll have Ooper break this one's focus. Ow. Ow. Counterattack. First on attack on this person does a counterattack. Okay. Well, I'm going to break your brain, and I'm going to bring out Bukovac to scream at this man. Alright. Don't think any of the others are worth trying to brain break. Yeah, I don't think so. So we'll just go for the concussion. Bring out... Oh no, I don't need Marana. I need Bells. Bells, go smile at this man. There we go. Not quite knocked out, surprisingly. Aberici, you are so slow. Alright, that's a kill. Bring in the Marana. Just stun lock this guy. Ow. Pounce. Counterattacked. That's fine. You're doomed. You're dead. Hooray! Victory.
Oh, Victor, that was truly exquisite.
And got my Thaumaturge
Can you
point.
smell the aroma of Madeleine wafting through the air? When you smacked the tallest one, I almost shed a tear.
And this is just chapter 1. Time for chapter 2?
Sure thing. And we can do anything we want in it.
We sure
It just
can.
has to end with us paying Kafar a visit. After all, I'm on official business here. This is our time, Victor. And time is like a little partridge, running fast as fuck.
Fartridge?
We need to take advantage of that.
What the fuck is a fartridge?
Follow me. One scum queen awaits in a tower.
Kafar, the king of porters. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Kafar, the fearless Orozhik bodyguard who values his job mostly for the chance of extorting protection money from world-weary stallkeepers. The cornerstone of society, indeed. I'm actually glad Aberici introduced me to him. Nerd! I'm not a nerd. You're a nerd. Did he say skunk waits in the tower? I don't believe so. Alright, new save. I'm gonna call this one Aberrici time. Just so I can go back to that golem save later. And also, so that I can do this. Go into my Thaumaturge. We'll max out heart. And then we will load the game. What am I doing in a tower? I'm not in a tower. I'm gonna make you guys sit here for a second while I get achievements. Develop. Mind dimension. Load game. Word dimension. Load game. Alright, unfortunately, since I don't have the golem, I can't max out the deed dimension. Can't max the deed dimension, don't get the achievement for having the golem. We'll have to do that in another run. Should be easy enough to do, though. Okay, and now, I can just do this the way I would like to do this, which is I want to develop my heart dimension, I want the final focus reducer, and I want to develop my word dimension. Okay, we're just here. I've been here before. This is the bazaar. So I'm just waiting on Aberrici to walk his ass over there.
Victor, look here.
This is a cart.
Hold on, scumbags. I'm talking to you.
What did we do to deserve that kind of treatment from the authorities?
Authorities? What authority? He's just a corrupt copper.
You must have a death wish, you lice-ridden mongrel.
Lovely. Another one to be made into mincemeat. Let's go, Victor. Although, upon careful consideration, the process won't help much in this case.
Oi, let me just... Get out of here, bastards!
Joke at his expense, of course.
Aberrici, do you remember how we used to make fun of the constables to make them chase us?
I sure do.
Hey, ugly. It's in your pocket, and it's gonna muck it.
What?
Shits a lot.
I'm gonna tear you apart.
What?
This one lacks a sense of humor.
What
Chapter
a
2,
fantastic
the Pilgrim
burn.
and the Poet song.
Skunk is still alive. I'm still alive. I'm still here. Thank you for the care package, Specs. Dodgy fellow, ugly, dodgy fellow. Okay. You're heart-based. You're reducing damage. You're focus-based. Okay. Hit you. And we'll penance you. Drink water, you dehydrated floof? No, you gross water, yucky. Oh, he just hasn't done it yet. I always am like, why hasn't Uber disabled the trait yet? And it's because I'm not paying attention. There we go. Doomed. Ow, daggers. So long as it's moist, I do absorb the moisture. Alright, you're dead. Swap over to attack you. Bring in Vels. Vels, go smile at this man. Oh, thanks, Aberrici. The 1 point of damage you inflicted is really helping. Alright. Bukavak, get in here. Scream at this man. So that Aberici can actually do something. Allies in this game are shit. Plus 10. Oh, did you heal your friend? What an asshole thing to do. Well. Spread some suffering. Why not? Ow. Wow, you just keep healing him, don't you? Such an asshole. I will make sure that he dies. Let's see, bloody weighting is 16. That should be fine. Ow. Holy shit. Stop healing! It's rude. Alright, you're dead. Ow. Alright, let's bring in Veils and do a good luck kiss for funsies. Hooray!
There's something odd nearby. There's something odd nearby.
I'm looking for it, Victor.
Thaumaturge never fails me.
Small package. There's nothing but suspicious-looking white powder inside. There's greed for money and success churning over the package. Fast carriages, fancy restaurants, beautiful women. They do say that money is power, and once he sells his magic sugar, he'll be rolling in it. He'll live like a king. Ah, no, it's crack! Nice one, Aberici.
What are you joshing for? Niejits, this ain't your turf. Why the hell did you come here raising a stink?
Get out of our way, plebeian.
Wait, Aberici. Take a look at him. Doesn't he look like...
Samson the Thug! The same beady eyes are straying in search of reason.
What did you say?
You look like a hothead from way back who stood in our way. Shall we do the same as we did with the other one?
So you want to talk to Kafar, agree with Aberici and deceive Stronghand, admit you lack inspiration. Oh yeah, let's deceive him.
We're from the Franciscan Sisters to see the Honorable Mr. Kafar, whose generosity is widely known on both sides of the Vistula. We're collecting money for a wooden figure of Christ by the puppet maker Geppetto. We're going to raise money together once his oak limbs come to life.
What? Is there such a puppet maker?
This is fantastic.
Fuck, I can't keep my countenance like I used to. You can't talk to this idiot.
I'll get you for this.
Aw, we have to fight him anyways. Damn it, but I want to see the version of Pinocchio where Pinocchio is Jesus. Where Geppetto didn't make Pinocchio to be his son, but to be the savior of man. Fucking hilarious. Alright. Reduce damage. Let's punch you. Ooper. Stab. Ooh. Brass knuckles. Alright, trait disabled. Big punch puts a doom on you. Ow. Fuck, these guys hit hard. Alright, you're dead, though. So I can hit you, and I can bring out the Marana, and the Marana can cry at you. Aberici continues to do nothing. Marana's going to stun lock this guy, so I'll do my first. Excuse me. I'll do my first punch on this guy. Nah, I didn't manage to stun him. Oh well. Alright, second punch here. You are word-based, so we'll pull out Vels to smile. You're dead. Easy peasy. We got another sparkle here. Kafar's message to Pietrek. Kafar is on shaky ground. His boss suspects him of smuggling, and he's planning on an inspection. Kafar told his boys to move the sugar. What a clever code name that is. No way suspicious. Somewhere else. The paper is trembling with fear. He had a plan, and everything was going well. But if the boss finds out, it's over. He can't shit the bed. Not now. Out of sight. So Kafar, apart from racketeering and loan sharking, is running one more tiny business on the side. I wonder what his boss would have to say about that. Drug dealing doesn't help his position, and worse, it doesn't leave a kopeck in his pocket. Someone malevolent might use that information to blackmail Kafar. Am I going to do that? Possibly. He suspects him? He inspects him? It's you. It's you.
Niedzits, you snitch. You always drop in unannounced.
Did you hear that? A loan shark calls me a snitch? The scumbag. Next time, I'll send you a note. I want you to stay the fuck away from my people, especially Max.
And what are you going to do? I've got a reputation here. You'd best shut your trap and bark up a different tree.
He's going to get his trap smacked. Let's get him.
First, ask Kafar about Max's debt, agree to Aberrachi's strategy, suggest another strategy, reveal Kafar's secret. Let's do this.
Listen, maybe this time we can use our heads. As it happens, Kafar has a small intoxicating secret.
What do you mean? We're not going to shoot the scumbag? Then our sentimental journey won't be complete, and I will have to rewrite the final chapter.
Kafar is afraid that his sugar smuggling will be exposed. He does it behind the manager's back.
You've really impressed me now, Victor. Well, magic, bitch.
Magic,
You're not so
bitch.
tough now, are you?
And who's going to believe you, fancy boy? Get out of here.
So how about we fuck him up?
Bring great fright upon Kafar to make him leave Max alone.
Let me show you one more trick. Chapter 3.
Also, thank you for shouting out Specs. Specs is awesome.
You can see yourself in
I
an
am.
expensive frock.
You look cute.
Surrounded by storekeepers
Yeah, I got him.
who show you favor and respect. They stare at you like dogs. How delusive it is. One word about your sugar, and it all bursts like a bubble. You've got nothing. Humiliated, defeated, you rot in oblivion.
It's all lost. No! So many years of effort, kissing the manager's ass, squabbling with those bastards from Rozhitz. I can't make it in jail.
Unless?
All right, Mr. Niedzits. Whatever you want. I've already forgotten about Max. All squared up?
I think we can work it out.
And 10% of your profits. Bird.
Well, this is what I call a happy ending. We beat up a few thugs, and we taught them a lesson. Well, if that was an evil deed, then the Tsarist government would have arranged war so differently. The loan shark is defeated, and justice prevails eventually. Although I hope we would shoot him. But the magic tricks are fine, too.
Admit you wish you'd been a better thaumaturge back then. Don't say anything. We'll do that.
I wish I had been able to do all that magic stuff 15 years ago.
Do you think that if you had charmed Setsemin back then, Sataniswaf wouldn't have sent you away?
Admit that you have. Say he would probably have come up with something else. Point out that Alberici and his father would have come to no harm. We'll do this one.
I'm sure father would have plagued me in 1,000 different ways. But maybe he wouldn't have sent me away.
But if you hadn't gone, you wouldn't be the thaumaturge you are now. Damn it, Victor. I wouldn't be myself either. You better tell me why it was my dad who swung for it, not us. Honestly. We came back, Sataniswaf took you into his office for questioning, and then what?
Say the way you remember it, admit you don't remember exactly. Say the way I remember it.
Father never raised his voice. I wished he had screamed and been mad at the time, but all he did was talk. From time to time, Balberit would show up and look at me. I thought I would die that day. Then I heard your father would answer for the lone shark's death, and you and I would get away with it. Stanisław told me to pack and take this gun with me, to remind me that it wasn't just a lone shark who lost his life that day.
Right. My dad would rot in jail, and yours had to sell antiques.
Reveal that your father was at the mercy of the Okhrana.
You don't know everything. My father was forced to let one rat inside his home. Ivan Konieczkin.
No shit. Satanisław snitched to the Okhrana? That's tough. Do you think your old man was right to expel you?
Defend your father's decision. Condemn your father's decision. Admit you can't decide.
I don't know. It was a long time ago. In another life.
Right. And now that Satanisław is pushing up daisies, it doesn't matter anymore. Never mind. Each of us had his share of suffering. And now, we're here drinking vodka as winners. Kings of life, lords of death.
Ask if this is where our adventure ends. Praise the cat. Well, we're going to praise the vodka.
I have to admit that this is some quality vodka.
Hell yeah. Love vodka.
Agreed. It burns the throat like the urge to sing sonnets. It hits the head like inspiration.
Where did you get it?
Tastes like Różicka. You know, the booze from the butcher's shop.
I know, so it's kosher.
Victor, what do you think about me? Really?
Oh, interesting. I didn't expect that to move us forward. Why do you want to know?
Why do you ask all of a sudden?
Because I'm drunk.
Hedging, you're pissing me off.
Okay. Close friend, terrified, complicated. We like Alberici in this household.
I think you're my friend.
What? You still trust me even after I had you kidnapped? Are you an idiot?
It was a funny joke.
I'm kidding. I'd follow you into a fire, brother. But don't tell it to my lads or they'll get jealous. But enough talking for now. Let's drink. To friendship, Victor. To being squared up.
Hooray! 100% gonna tell the lads. No. Not the lads. It's a deal. Help Alberici with his vendetta like in the good old days. Message from Alberici. Brother, glass against glass, these are the vows we make that no devil can break. And to go see my shivs. Shronomansky cannot be left unattended for too long, or all kinds of dregs will start running rampant. You missed a delightful sunrise, but you, Sleeping Beauty, slept so sweetly, I didn't have the heart to wake you up. Till next time, A. P.S. You drool in your sleep a little. Wow. Alright. Back to the Dangerous Friends mission. Gonna go grab dinner? No worries, Thomas. Have a good dinner. Specifically, we want to meet with the doctor. Alright. Got a lot of plot stuff done today. That's good. I think probably sometime early in the next stream we'll get into Act 3, and then I feel like Act 3 is probably going to be significantly shorter than the rest of the game. Alright, where did he want to meet? Strodominski. There we go, load in. And this way. Ah, okay, he's meeting me at the house. Alright. Sit down and wait for him. Oh, it's the theme from the main menu. Hello.
Assalamu alaikum.
You won't be able to say that because your pride's too high. Reply with praise Jesus. Greet him secularly. Don't say anything. I will greet him secularly.
Welcome. I'm not used to getting such a welcome from others. Usually, they go charging straight into my head.
That's not very polite, in my view. One ought to introduce oneself first. Emir Bernakovich, Thaumaturge. Are you alone?
As a result of your decisions, this path is closed. Say now you are. Huh, so I could have come here with someone. Interesting.
I've taken care of them.
Good.
Oh, the dudes that were outside.
Thank you for the onion.
Thank you for the fork.
It's impossible to ignore an invitation magically inscribed on an onion. How can I help you?
Anyway, I'm charging into your head now. Ask what Faudier means.
What is a Faudier?
That's what we Tatars call thaumaturges.
Tatars?
I'm a healer, a fortune teller, and a doctor. Is something ailing you?
I'm looking for the Black Grimoire. After my father died, it went missing.
What do you need another spell book for?
Refuse to explain yourself. It's rightfully yours. Ask what use it is to him. Won't be able to say something because my pride is high. Say you want your father's knowledge. This one's got a star, so it means it's something unique. But I'm worried about getting too much more proud. We've been hitting pride too high a lot. I want my father's knowledge.
I want the knowledge he might have written in it.
You're inexhaustible, like him.
Get to the point.
As you wish. Enough beating around the bush.
Who's your demon? No idea. It's like a gnome.
In this place, we can talk openly and take all the time we need. But mind that lying may cost you dearly. Who told you I have the Black Grimoire?
Admit it was Konechkin. Withhold the truth. That's fine. I don't mind if he knows it was Konechkin.
The person who drew you to my attention was Ivan Konechkin.
As I thought. The chief had been circling Stanisław for a long time and was interested in his associates. In us.
The Grimoire. My patience is running short. Suffolk is dead. You're the only one left.
Start threatening him. Ask one last time. We'll ask one last time. I don't want to threaten
Give
him.
the Grimoire back. This is the last time I'm asking.
Stanisław used to tell me you were really sick and nearly lost your mind. How did you manage to get through all that?
Conceal the truth with heart or explain. Fine. I don't have any reason to hide stuff from this guy.
Grigory Yefimovich Rasputin cured me.
How?
Hypnotizing.
As far as I can tell, he used hypnosis on me, and he still peeks into my head from time to time.
Do you trust him?
Withhold the truth. As a result of your decisions, this path is closed. Reveal that you have no reason for suspicion. So if I was suspicious of Rasputin, I'd be able to say it here. But we like Rasputin. Rasputin is our friend.
He hasn't betrayed my trust so far.
Is Rasputin a thaumaturge?
Don't think so.
I don't think so. I'd have noticed that.
Do you know any other thaumaturges from Warsaw?
Yes.
Yes, I know 2 more.
That's enough. I don't have the Black Grimoire, and I've never had it.
Accuse him of stalling for time. Can't say something because my pride's too high. Don't say anything. Oh.
Why are you straining like that, old man?
Forgive me. At my age, I have to hunt around for entertainment. I wanted to give you a try. You've got enormous potential, but you're not yet reaching it.
Is speaking the truth not in such demand anymore?
I would have been more impressed if I blocked him.
Just a powerful one.
Interesting. Alright, well then fine. Look what I can do. You want to see what I've got? I've got 7.
Well, look at that. I might have underestimated you.
Yeah, only 4 showed up, but I have 7.
Before we part, permit me to make a certain proposal. I want to rebuild the coterie with your participation.
Find out what use the coterie is to him. Ask what you'll get from him. Say you'll think it over. Say you're not interested. Sure. What do I get out of it?
Care about this?
Because there are ways of strengthening the potential of one thaumaturge using the potential of many. You'll soon learn. I trust that now you're intrigued.
Oh, hell yeah.
It sounds tempting. I'll think it over.
That's enough for me for the time being.
The time
But take
being.
my advice. When you leave here, go to the one who healed you. I sense he has many secrets.
We all do, don't we?
Yes, but his secrets might be dangerous and might thwart your plans. Be careful.
Alright. Interesting. The Devil's Gambit. Talk to Rasputin. Do I not get to know what his demon is? I want to know what he was. He's a little goblin man with a horn. Alright, let's go talk to Rasputin. Ba-do-ba-do. Rasputin.
Is Rasputin in?
Look at him. So rude. He ought to at least say hello first.
Don't tell me what to do.
Grigory went for a walk to the cemetery.
We wore him out a little, so he wanted some fresh air.
With all the sex.
Look at you two.
Oh, I think I already said this.
Really? Stop. Then
I'd like to go in still.
Actually, I'll come in for a moment.
haven't you heard that Grigory's at the cemetery? Are you keeping him waiting again?
Maybe he needs different companionship.
Go in.
I'm gonna check and see if Rasputin's left anything on the ground before I go and talk to him. Nope. Okay. Alright, excuse me, ladies. Alright, Rasputin, where are you hanging out? This way. Oh, he must be at Stanislav's tomb. That would make sense. Yep. Hey, Rasputin. Why are you here? Why are you looking at my dad?
What are you doing here?
Vanitas, vanitatum, et omnia vanitas. Your father was a great man.
Why do you think that?
Where did that thought come from?
I can see clearly what a great influence he had on your life, Victor. We both know how much you wanted to be his equal.
Deny it, admit he's right, or say that you've surpassed him.
My father doesn't seem as impressive to me anymore, now that I've surpassed him.
You think that's where it comes from?
Emphasize that your father did not have this many salutors. Say your father didn't know Rasputin, or allude to his failure with the coterie. I'll do that one.
He hasn't managed to gather the right people around him.
You flatter me. Your father considered himself Polish. Your mother was Russian. And you grew up in France. Who are you, Victor?
Say that you're Polish. Emphasize that you're a Thaumaturge. Ask who he is. Admit you haven't thought about it. I'm a Thaumaturge, baby.
I'm a Thaumaturge.
I also think that it's our nature that defines us, and not the place where our mothers brought us into this world.
And what natures do those others have? The people around you. You've gathered them, us, intentionally.
Everyone has a goal. We're only yet another stopover on someone's journey. And sometimes our paths lead in the same direction. Mine leads to the court of Nikolai Romanov. I need to save the Tsarevich because I believe that only then can we have a future. I can help him. Do you believe me?
Of course I believe you, buddy.
Yes, I believe because you helped me. I know that.
Think what we can achieve, Victor, if you just come with me. Imagine that the thaumaturgical knowledge of the whole Russian Empire will be at your fingertips. As long as Alexei Romanov is healthy.
Agree, have him explain, ask what will happen if you refuse, say he won't convince you. Explain.
It all sounds lovely, but how would we achieve this ambitious goal?
Together, Victor. Together. And all in good time. You'll just have to believe we can do it. Do you believe?
Yeah. Rasputin?
I'm with you.
Perfect. Now our journey is really beginning. Just remember, there's no turning back.
Point of no return. You're facing a turning point in history. If you decide to go with Rasputin now, you lose the opportunity to complete some of the side quests. Okay.
Let's not waste time. Let's go pray. Ideally at the Orthodox Church of St. Mary Magdalene. Ready?
Well, I didn't have any other side quests, so...
Yes, let's go at once.
Peter, it's about to start.
How did I end up here?
Strange. I don't remember the way here. Not at all.
Should I be nervous, friend?
This terrifies me.
Quiet there. You're not in a barn.
The Patriarch Kiru will soon begin an exorcism on a certain boy.
I know that you and Kiru have a past. Why are we here, of all places?
Not in the least. Remember, revenge is foreign to me, Victor. It's not about Kirill. Though if by chance he trips up today, that would make me immeasurably happy. Unlike Kirill, I really do want to heal a boy who is suffering. The people must understand that I am the truth.
And what then?
Then, all that's needed is for what happens here to reach the right ears.
Off to the market with you. Don't bother folks here.
Jeez, you're noisy, sir.
Now I would like you to look around and determine how to prepare the miracle of healing. Go now.
Interesting. Something eludes me.
What's my role in all this?
The church is a divine stage. The sort I need to perform on to produce the right impression. People will see me today as a miracle worker. What's your role in this? You're a thaumaturge. Help me do it.
I see. Alright.
I'll go take a look around.
Also, we're having holes in our memory now? That's not good.
I felt something. Where is it?
I don't want to get too close to the boy. Teddy bear with a missing paw, worn out playmate. The teddy bear's charmingly named Kartofelik is loved by someone. But as is common with love, there's bad times as well. Times of undefined anger, sorrow, and incomprehension. The teddy bear lost its paw in a gesture of helplessness. Book with a warped cover. Pages read for the first time in the hope of finding some peace of mind. It's not easy to collect her thoughts, find time for herself. She demands so much work. She has to keep an eye on him at all times and doesn't have a moment to think or reflect. Holy icon, a small charred icon. The holy picture was supposed to bring divine help and care. Instead, it provoked anger and became the bone of contention that caused a definite rift between mother and child. Ultimately, Shizmek snapped and destroyed the picture, which only stoked his mother's suspicion of demonic interference. Alright, I think that just leaves the child. Alright, I guess we'll talk to him. Hey, Shizmek.
Matyushka, can we please start?
Patience, daughter, and humility. Keep praying. You're back after all. You'll soon see the power of God.
Hey, you.
Something eludes you, keep searching. Ask about the teddy bear.
Why did you harm Kartofelik? He said it really hurts now.
I didn't mean to. I didn't. I was angry. Papa didn't come back from the war.
I know you destroyed a holy image. Do you want to go to hell?
No, I got scared. Mama?
Interesting. Alright. What does Mama have to say about all this?
Is he your son? Why did you bring him here?
What business is it of yours? The devil needs to give me my son back. He's got me scared to sleep under my own roof.
Why?
He won't shut up about phantoms, and he lies and makes stuff up. And he hauls and hauls.
Interesting
Matyushka,
way to say
faster,
howl.
have mercy.
Hey, you.
Alright. Say that apparently he's a
I
liar.
heard you were a liar.
No, I don't lie. That's not true.
And that you scare your mama making things up.
Not true.
Oh, he's got a flaw.
Don't get close to him. It's the devil speaking through him. He'll tell you anything to save himself.
Interesting. The truth about Shizmik. So the boy has a flaw. That explains a lot, but doesn't answer the question, what's next? The devil's designs. There's no vile devil inside Shizmik, just an ordinary flaw that influences his disposition, exacerbating feelings of incomprehension and loneliness. Exorcisms may only cause him more harm. If I could remove the flaw, the boy would certainly calm down, and Rasputin could take advantage of that. I should talk to him. Alright, Rasputin. We're about to when we would wrap up, but I'm going to go ahead and
We're running out of time.
maybe go a little
What
longer.
have you got for me?
I've learned the boy carries a flaw.
Perfect. And what's next?
Maybe it's what's making him upset. If I took it away... But Kiro told me to move away before it opened completely.
Don't dwell on it. It's good news. Let's get closer to God. Especially since it's a little too loud here.
Thanks be to God. They're going somewhere else to talk.
Princeps miliete celestes defende-nos in proelio. Down with the evil spirit. I drive you out in the name of Christ.
Priest! Leave that child alone.
You stand in defense of Satan. He's not a child, he's a devil.
Mama!
You're causing a child unnecessary suffering. He needs a different kind of help. True help. My help.
So we're going to take the flaw out of the boy in order to make Rasputin look like he can do miracles.
Quiet, don't scream. I'm not going to do anything to you.
Mama! Mama! Help!
Express your amazement that he can perceive you and Ooper. Can't say this because my pride's too high. Tell him to calm down, give up, and remove his flaw. Amazement.
He sees you as I do. That only means one thing. Hey, don't cry, all right? How about we talk?
Ask if he's seen a salutor. Ask if he can read intentions. Ask why he's here.
Have you ever seen a ghost or a monster? One like him?
Once, one was in the wardrobe, the other in the kitchen. I'm scared of them.
Have you told anyone about this?
My mama and the priest. Am I going to hell?
Calm him down, tease him, have fun at his expense. Wow, he can be a real asshole. The entire church can hear it. No, Jag, they've pretty heavily implied that when we're in the darkness like this, that this is like a psychic meeting. It happens instantaneously and no one else can perceive it.
Calm down, everything's all right. No one's taking you to hell.
Unless you said that earlier, in which case, yeah, the other stuff I was saying. When I was talking to Rasputin, yeah.
Why did God do this to us? Doesn't he like us?
Before the faithful got mad at me. Ah, yeah. Well, that guy just seems like an asshole. Say there's no God. Explain that all of this is human's fault. Say you wonder about that yourself. I mean, I'm secular, but I don't want to say something mean to a child.
Sometimes I wonder about that myself. We don't know what God has planned for us.
Will this take much longer? Kirill is about to declare me anathema. How can it be that he's crying here?
He's a thaumaturge. I didn't know that earlier.
Do you see yourself in him? Do you want to help him because no one helped you?
What will happen to me now?
Well, Victor, we're running out of time. What will happen to him now?
So Rasputin, we don't think Rasputin's a thaumaturge, but he is capable of coming into the psychic realm, and not just by hypnosis, according to this. Hesitate, take his flaw, let Shizmik keep his flaw. So we could help train him to be a thaumaturge like us, in theory. Or we could take his flaw, and that would help Rasputin look like he's a miracle worker. I don't know. I'm very proud about thaumaturgy, so I feel like I would let him keep his flaw.
I decided not to remove his flaw. Without it, his first servitor will never find him.
But maybe his life would have been easier without it. Now, we'll never know.
Make excuses, don't tell Rasputin.
From this point, he would constantly feel something missing in his life. I can't do that to him. Our abilities can be a blessing, not a curse.
You've convinced me.
Are we going to my mama?
We're going to explain what's going on.
I'll take you to her in a moment, but first, listen to me, alright? You can see things others can't see. That's normal. That will make you go to hell. Soon, a spirit will find you, one you mustn't be scared of. From then on, you'll never be alone and he'll help you. Do you understand?
Yes.
Come on. We probably won't see one another again. Good luck.
It's all right now. Everything will be all right. Find peace inside yourself. Peace. Yes. It's all right now. Be blessed, Shimon. Be healed. It's better now, isn't it?
Gasp.
It's a miracle. Thank you. With all my heart.
Shimon shares his name with the name of the greatest of Christ's apostles. And you wanted to drive Satan out of him. That's blasphemy. So say I, Grigory Yefimovich Rasputin. The man you betrayed, Judas. We have made the words of God into an instrument for our own gain. Made sacred temples into a vanity fair. Satan exists. And he is here today among us. But not in this small, defenseless boy I have just cured. This evil runs rampant through our homeland, driving our great nation toward a precipice. It's time to stand against this. Let us be strong in spirit. That is the only way we can defeat Satan.
Let's have more sex.
Traitors.
You weren't very specific there, Rasputin. Who's fighting whom?
Hey, you! The devil with the book! You damned magician! I'm talking to you! Hang on now. My cousin was recently telling me about the fella like that who was in the lockup in Śródmieście.
Victor, do you need help?
Hey, Michal. Yeah, I'd be helpful.
I won't say no. Looks like it'd be useful.
What was that you said, officer?
Let's fucking go. Alright. Copper and Constable. Alright, we will punch you. Ooper, stab this man. Ow. Okay, you're dead. Hit you. We need words. Bells, get out here and smile. I mean, I definitely could have done this fight without Mikhail, but might as well, right? Damn, no stuns. Dead. Hey, more guys. Alright. Unfortunately, their focus is quite high. But that's fine. Get in here. Orana. Just stun the fuck out of this guy. Then you are immune to being slowed or stunned. Let's see. Guess we'll just toss a wound on you for now. Oh, I've got a lot of negative statuses at the moment. Probably fine. Yeah, let's just toss more suffering and more focus breaking. Ow. Alright, you're dead. And dead. Easy.
I can see you're in over your head, officer.
Because these are wizard scum. It's not a fair fight with them.
Enough. You and you. Get them.
But
save your powers for later. They'll come in handy. Let's go.
Michal, leave him alone, bastards!
Hi, Yannick.
Geroy, you're coming with us too.
Interesting.
Although, they could have left me a coat. It's chilly here.
They're going to kill us. We'll get out of this. I wonder how. Do you know anyone who's gotten out of the Citadel? First, the Ochrana will grill us. Then it'll be out to the prison yard.
Hey, kid. Look at me. Vanda will spring us from here. We just have to give her time. Have you learned to whistle yet? And remember, we were at Mass. We don't know anything, got it? Unlike him. And now you're going to tell me exactly what happened inside the church.
So you saved a kid, resulted of your decisions is closed. First ask how Wanda's meant to help them.
How is Wanda meant to help you?
I'm sure Wanda and our folks have already got the Citadel under watch. We don't leave our own behind.
That's good.
Don't change the subject. What about the church?
I healed a kid.
I did what I had to. The boy at the exorcism turned out to be a thaumaturge.
And?
Seems to me I was the first person to recognize his nature. I'd have given a lot for that kind of help once.
And where did you end up, hero? I got the urge to pray, and I could have been having a beer at Berg's.
Jan Bialek!
No. Please, no.
Here! That's me! You've gotta get him out of here, you understand? He's not even 16.
Pride's too high. Say you'll give Wanda his regards. Don't say anything. I don't know what this means. I'll just say nothing.
I hope Wanda was right about you.
Bialek, you're coming with me.
Tell her not to miss me. And you, practice that whistling.
Bigfoot could be a possible North American demon. Yeah, we were talking about it a little bit ago. Bigfoot slash Sasquatch. Interrogations. Perhaps this situation too lightly. It seems this place is no ordinary prison and has some very bad reputation among revolutionaries. The Citadel. Alright. New save. Citadel. Tiny skunk? No, not tiny. But also, like the Mothman, the Jersey Devil. It's not as big a thing, but the Flatwoods Monster, the Beast of Busco. I'm a fan of the Beast of Busco. If you guys wouldn't mind sticking around a little bit longer, as always, you can follow me on the social medias. And if you wouldn't mind grabbing a raid message, we'll find somebody to raid. Who's on? Dave, but we did raid Dave the other day. Fuzz is doing Muzak. Alien's doing Parasite Eve. A bunch of other people who I barely remember. Let's do Fuzz. Why not? You guys can listen to some lovely piano music. I'll see you guys soon. You have a great weekend. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you on Monday, and we'll continue progressing in the Thaumaturge. Bye, everyone. Bye.